All right, Slot Car Nation, it is I, Stingray Johnny, back again to show you some more cars and another tip and trick tonight. I think you're going to really like what I'm going to show you. I wanted to show you the tip last night, but unfortunately the tool wasn't here yet. So I showed you what I could show you, and tonight I'm going to actually show you something else that's just as cool, if not cooler. I'm also going to show you some very, very, very cool cars tonight. Tonight, what are we talking about for cars? We are talking about, how do I zoom out a little bit? We are talking about MCLAREN XLRs. You see, MCLAREN XLR. Yes, I have a decal on mine. If you watched my last video, I mentioned that sometimes I'll get these cars and they have a little decal on them, so I put a little decal on and I leave them on. Sometimes I just leave the decal on because it's only a water slide and you can take it off. But I have a bunch of XLR cars. I have this one right here. Here, let me move this out of the way. This is an orange one. Now this little gray part with the little white things, if you're not familiar with those, believe it or not, what those are, what this is a slot car track. And these white little things here are supposed to be little slot cars on the track. This is a real race car in its day, way back, and it had Auto World sponsor, and yeah, that's actually a racetrack. If you never knew that before, now I'll tell you something else you might or might not know. Notice that the track is gray. Okay, well, there's also another version. You actually notice a few things. This car is gray, or the track is gray, and it has numbers on the hood and the side, and it's got a wing. Okay, but there is another version, and that is this version. This is the black track version, and the black track version doesn't have numbers on the side, and it also doesn't have a wing. These are. I don't know if they're more rare. I don't know exactly how many were made. I probably could look it up in my book of all knowledge. But anyways, I find that the ones with the black track are a little more desirable. They seem to go for a little more money, and they seem to be a little harder to get. You know, I don't know. I mean, you can judge what you like better. But that's the two versions of that. I do have another orange one I'm going to show you, but not yet. We're going to save that one. The next one I'm going to show you is this blue one. And again, now this one has the number on the sides and in the front, and it's also got the wing again. And this is the blue version. And I like it. I like they have what, 1, 2, I think there's three different colors. I think there's 3 different colors. I'm kind of surprised. I don't believe they ever made this in a red color, and I'm thinking, wow, okay. But this is the blue one, and there's no track on this. If you've noticed, there's no track around this one. It's just blue, and I think it's a very nice looking car. The next one is very similar, and this one has a track again, and it's got it doesn't have the numbers on the side, it doesn't have the wing, but it does have the black track on the blue car, and you're not seeing it weird. This is actually kind of it almost looks like a glow in the dark greenish color. It's a strange color that they made these. I don't know why they did that. Like, you know, it's the only one they made like that. and I don't know why they did that. I don't care that they did. Like, I'm not upset about it, but it's unusual. And that is again, that's the blue one with the black track. The next one I'm going to show you is the yellow one. And again, the yellow one does not have a track. It does have the numbers on the side and the wing. You know, this is the yellow version of this car. These are, by the way, these are pretty good handling cars. A lot of, you know, they came on non-Magna Traction. I do have a couple that are on Magna Traction cars just because I like to race Magna Traction cars, but this is one that I really like. I like that lemon yellow. I think that's really nice. I like them all, actually. That's why I own them. All right, I got one more. Are you ready to see this one? Because if you know what you're looking at, you're gonna be like, wow. Okay, look at this. And this is no Auto World copy. That is, as you can see, the real deal. Someone asked me, they said, how do you tell the difference, you know, in these bodies, you know, from the copies to the real ones? It's very, very simple. The real ones are molded in plastic. When you turn the car over, you won't see that, you know, like the body looks white and there's some overspray paint on it. This is the real deal. This is a real AFX. And if you don't know, this is the Peter Revson car, and I paid a lot of money for this car. I paid way too much money for this car, but it's in very nice condition. The numbers are all nice, and you know, it has the wing, and it's my Peter Revson. I love this car. I consider this the crown jewel of my slot cars, and I believe, if I'm looking back here at my other cars, I think this is the most expensive car that I ever bought. I'm not going to tell you how much, but it was considerable. Okay, and it's very rare. These are very rare. You don't find many of them. You really don't find many in this condition. I mean, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers on this car. They're mint. All the paint really looks nice on it, and yeah, I'm very proud of this. This is like I said, this is like the crown jewel of my collection. Okay, so I promised you a tech tip, and I'm going to deliver on that. Now, it's a little bit, bear with me, because if you were here last night, you were learning about this little tool. Oh, and somebody asked, they said, where can you get these little clamps? You should be able to get these, you know, on Walmart or Amazon. But I was showing you last night that it will hold this tool nice for me. Now, you know what I don't have here is, where's my rag? Here it is. I got it. Okay. Bear with me. We're just going to set up shop. Here. We're just going to set up shop here. And I'm going to show you something that I didn't show you last night because, again, I couldn't. I didn't have what I needed. But I got it today in the mail. So, like I said, I like to put this tool in this clamp on a towel because I like to be able to, you know, turn it and not have the whole thing spin all over the place. Well, today I got another tool to make things even easier, and I'm going to show it to you right now. It is this. This is the tool that came today, and I'm going to show you. I'm not going to actually do the thing, but where did my oh, here we go. I'm going to show you, like, I'm not going to put it all together, but I'm going to show you how it works, okay? And I'm also going to tell you, by the way, and I'm not being sponsored. In fact, I paid full price for this, unfortunately. It wasn't expensive, but this came from Barty's Barty's HO Tools. And he's the only guy I know that makes these. But anyways, so what this does that I didn't show you last night is, let's say you put your big gear in here. If you don't have big thumbs, it helps even more. I'm going to just pull this up a little bit higher. This does two things. First of all, it makes your job easier. And secondly, it's going to make the drive pins go in straighter. So again, this is a little drive pin. And normally people will, you know, they try to hold this drive pin over that gear. And that really sucks. What you can do is you put it right in here like that. All right. And then you put it over that, just like that. Now, like I said, it does two things. Not only does it make it so you don't have to hold that pin with tweezers or anything, but even if you hold it with tweezers, you don't know that it's 100% straight. This baby is straight. That pin is straight. So you can just screw this down now, and it will just push that right into that gear. And if I had done that, which I'm not going to, but if I had, it would have, you know, you could just pull this right off the top, and this would then be in that gear. I think this is a very simple but a very incredible tool. Again, I will just let you know so you can get one. It came from Barty's HO Tools. Came today. I just wanted to show you that because I think you know, this just the way this is, it just sits right over that, like it's just a perfect fit. And you know, the drive pin, it's a perfect fit in there too. Like when I put this drive pin in there, it doesn't hold on, it doesn't, like it just stays there, but yet it'll go through very easily. It you know, but it's like perfect. It's like perfectly machined. So you know, if you use one of these, you really need one of these. I got this funny feeling that you're going to see some other companies making these because it's just too good a tool. It's just too hard to hold those drive pins, you know, with the tweezers and everything, or whatever that you hold them with. This is beautiful. This just sits right over there, and again, it just makes that pin go down totally straight. It just goes totally straight down in. So I would get one of these if you know, if you put your own gear plates together. I would definitely do that. If you have any comments or if you have any questions, you can put them down in the comments, and I will gladly try to answer them for you. Gentlemen and ladies, please, please, I'm begging for mercy. I need some subscribers. I don't get many subscribers. I get, you know, like I get maybe like a subscriber a day, maybe, and I'm trying to get to 500. So I'm not going to get to 500 for like another freaking year if I don't get a little bit. And you know, I think I give you good tips, and I think I show you good cars. Come on, this car is cool. You know, how many people you know who have one of these? All right. So I show you my nice cars, and like I said, I think my tech tips are really good, and I don't know, maybe they're not. Maybe that's why I don't have many subscribers. But I just hope that you'll subscribe and comment and like the video, and I will talk to you soon. We'll have more tech tips on another day. Bye-bye.